Hello everybody! Today I want to show you my compact automatic brewing system that can process up to 5 ingredients. It's very compact, the footprint is 3x3x5. There have been similar systems by other people. I think the most used system is the one by Dude. It had a slight disadvantage that it uses a hopper timer. The problem with hopper timers is that if you would leave the chunks or restart your game, that the brewing process gets reset. So I started brewing, so just some water bottles and another wort, and here you can see the process bar, and if I would log out and log back in, then the process always gets reset. And obviously if I use a hopper timer, the whole system gets screwed up. And this system, also it's very compact, doesn't use a hopper timer. It brews potions continuously until it runs out of water bottles. So let's put some water bottles in here, and then it would start brewing. I'm making splash potions of farming too. So nether wart, then a spider eye, and fermented spider eye, glowstone dust, and gunpowder, so 5 ingredients. Like other similar systems, it has 2 slight disadvantages. First, if you would run out of an ingredient, it would screw up the process because ingredient is missing. And yeah, there's storage for 576 items. That's almost enough to brew 2000 potions. So yeah, it's very likely you would run out of water bottles first. Just keep an eye on the ingredients. So this is the water bottle storage. It's easy to expand if you want to. And the other slight disadvantage is, like for other similar systems, if the chest for the brewed potions is filled up, and also the hopper, then obviously you can't suck out any more potions out of the brewing stand, and it only gets a short pulse where the hopper isn't locked anymore. So you would need to take out the potions manually to restart the process if it would be filled up completely. In order to avoid the problem, I made just a slight addition on the side here. So yeah, that's very practical use. For example, if you would have an AFK blaze farm, and this dropper is attached to either a pressure plate that counts the number of blazes, or a clock that would dispense potions to you. So now the process is stopped because the hopper is also blocked here. And now let's press the button, then the other potion would flow in from the chest into the dropper, and then the brewing process starts again. And as soon as the chest is filled up again, this torch will turn on, blocking the hopper. So this way you don't have to do manual potion removal, and yeah, this is a very practical use, for example, for a blaze farm. The system also works in 1.9. So in 1.9 you could replace the block under the comparator with another item hopper, which contains blaze powder, which would refill the item slot for the blaze powder. The problem in 1.9 is that the Dragon's Breath got added, and the system can't handle the Dragon's Breath. Because if you would put in the Dragon's Breath ingredient in top slot and it brews the potions, there would be a glass bottle remaining behind in the top slot, which would mess up the system. Obviously it's possible to build a system for Dragon's Breath, but it would be slightly more complicated. And here's a tutorial. In my hotbar you can see the required building materials. So let's start with a chest, which has a hopper on top, then the brewing stand on top, and another 2 hoppers on top of that. Then from the side there are pointing hoppers into the brewing stand. One has a chest on top for the water bottles, and the other one is for the blaze powder. And on top of the blaze powder hopper, put a comparator, which is pointing into a block. Then the signal goes down with this redstone line here, facing into a dropper and a hopper, and a block on the side with a comparator, pointing into a block, and take an output with the repeater, facing into the hopper under the brewing stand. Then put a torch on top, and a dropper on top of the torch, facing up. Also another dropper here, Then you need a repeater here, pointing into a block, and a torch on the side here. Then another dropper here, and the last one there. And you need another torch here. And now let's put in the final hoppers, like this. And yeah, the building is done. Now we need to put in some items. So in the hopper above the brewing stand, just put in some blocks now. Just any block that stacks to 64. And in the last slot you need 19 items. Then you need to put an item into the hopper. And now let's put in the ingredients. So this one goes the first ingredient, mostly the nether wart. This one has the second one, and this one the third one, and the one in the middle has the fourth, and this one has the last, gunpowder in this case. Okay, then you could also fill in some blaze powder now, and a nether wart in the top slot. Then we can remove the first block and put in the second ingredient. Then in the hopper on top we put in the third, the fourth and the fifth ingredient, and another nether wart. And in this hopper in the middle we put in the third and fourth ingredient once more. Okay, and yeah, as soon as we put in the water bottles now, the brewing process will start. As you can see, the system is working fine. And yeah, if you want to build the overflow protection, all you gotta do is expand the chest on the side here, add another comparator that goes into a block, a torch on top, another block, and another torch here. And yeah, this way you could use it for your AFK blaze farm, for example. Okay, I hope this tutorial was useful for you. Have a good day and goodbye.